going? What's up? We're here on Sunday evening. We are Cloud and Console. And we're here on episode 69. Oh,
hmm
ooh,
Close
getting
to 70.
sensual. Yes, close to 70. That's the joke. 69 is close to 70. Anyways, welcome and bienvenue. Happy New Year's to you all who are joining us. And I should edit my intro speech because that's not what I was supposed to say. Cloud and Console gaming podcast hosted by two Canadians who enjoy chatting about the gaming universe. Join us this week as we dive deep into the Cloud and Console gaming headlines. I'm joined as always by my super co-host, leveling up the podcast as always, Sebastian, aka Nats.
Hey.
614, you want more? What's up?
Not much. Just like happy to be here today, and yeah, a lot of good stuff coming up for the news, right? So quite excited. This weekend it got cold outside, so winter is back after it left us for a week or two. So it's good to be inside.
Exactly. I apologize. Let me know in the chat if the AI technology is freaking you out. Yes, I am using AI. This face, which is typically produced by biology, is also being assisted by AI technology with the eye contact on the lens. People have told me that I looked possessed with it in the training or in the testing pods there that I've been doing, but we're gonna try it out. I'm gonna
Uh,
look back and I'm gonna see how it goes. But that's how we go. But as we always start the podcast, and thank you for setting up the graphics here and stuff. What have you been playing this week?
Oh, I've been playing quite a lot actually. Played as usual, so some Destiny 2 for sure. Not as much. I think I need to go back into it more so I can like get ready for next season or next expansion with Lightfall coming out in 44-ish days. So there you go. I play also a lot of Valheim. I build up my base. I beat the third boss. What's his name? Boss Bone
The
Mass.
uh,
It's like a big glob of like toxic, toxic, and you just like have to smash on it. So I beat him. And I'm going to the next place now, in the mountain. That's the point where I'm at. But yeah, just like Ben, like I like those games because I can go in there and just like do whatever I want. So I go and build my house, or go farm for rocks, so I can build like different things. So it's pretty fun to like to see to see all that. So like sorry, I was reading the message at the same time. So yeah, like a lot of fun, like building, just like redoing my house, my base, and just like modeling everything, and also like beating the boss just so I can move on. I was a little bit OP, so I maxed out pretty much all my stuff just to go beat him. And then I was like, well, I didn't really need to, so it was a quite easy boss for me. Other than that, I played some more Genshin Impact. I made it to level adventure level 16 or something like that.
oh,
Uh,
so you've hit the multiplayer
yes.
plateau.
And like when you get to that plateau, I feel like you can go and just request someone to join you, or request to so you can join them. So yeah, it's like open for everyone. But I think you can just do the same thing with friends too. So that's what I play on GFN. Also, we played some Wreckfest yesterday. That was a lot of fun. We had quite a lot of fun. It was a late night show with Ray, and we smashed each other, and that was a lot of fun. It was just like for fun. No competition there, but try to get some
Except
wreck
for
and
Wilson.
yeah,
You were
Wilson.
staying at the top of the leaderboard like every match.
He's just
Uh,
cheating. That's what happened, right?
yeah, with those DLC cars, you really get the advantage. I think
Oh yeah,
who stole the show in the Wreckfest was the Mr. Infamous Pooh Dominator.
yeah, Poo Dominator. Nice
207, if
name.
you're out there. I'm calling you out. That was a great little name you had there. So,
That was pretty funny, right? Other than that, I play some more game on Steam, so some Call of Duty DMZ, and also some Skyrim VR. So I've been playing some Skyrim VR. If you like to watch me play, I usually just like stream it on Discord, cause like I'm using my PC to run it. I cannot really stream it outside. I think it's gonna be too much for the computer, but it's been quite a lot of fun just doing that, getting my ass off the chair and just like swiping some sword. It was pretty fun. The other day I got so much into it. I had the shield and I was bashing forward like this, and I bashed too far forward. And I hit my hand on the lamp. I was like, bang! I was like, oh shit! I hit
oh
something
no,
real. Didn't destroy it. It's all good. It's all made of plastic, so it's fine.
casualty
Uh,
of war.
yeah, exactly. No, it was quite a lot of fun. Play some more today. It just depends like how I feel. At least I can play about an hour or two until the battery dies. So it's just giving me a break to like remove the headset and do something else, right? So that's been my gaming this week. What about yourself?
Well, myself, I have been getting up to some Stadia in the final days. I've been throwing up some streams, having a lot of fun there. Was able to get through Sekiro, and if you look back on the streams, it is insane how far I was able to get. I was able to get through about half of the game, I would say, in less than 2 hours,
Oh
which is
wow.
just ridiculous to think. When I first played the game, it took me months to get through the game. So, having a lot of fun there. And we had a big Hot Wheels racing night.
Yeah, that's true.
That
We did
was
that.
that was awesome. We had N7, we had Lo-Fi, we had Wilson, we had Purple Haze. A lot of people and yourself come out, and we were all just racing cars up and down
Yeah.
the track. For some of us, probably the last time we'll turn on Hot
Yeah.
Wheels. And
And
it was one of the last games we'll get
uh,
on Stadia. So that was
actually,
a
not
little
the
bit
last
exciting.
game. There's one
Yeah.
last game on Stadia. If you haven't checked it out, there's
Yeah.
a old Worm game on Stadia. So quite interesting.
Yeah,
Uh,
we'll get into that and the story behind why we got the worm game. So you'll
yes.
definitely figure you'll learn something today if you haven't already known. Chariot Gaming Man, what's up? What's up? Look, I'm
Hey,
using artificial intelligence to
for your
replace my
eyes.
eyeballs. Oh, it's so crazy. Nvidia. Uh and then we got to some city skylines. I was looking at each one of the cities that I had built and just saying kind of goodbye to them, because I named them like Espressoville and Hannah City and all these different names. And I really enjoyed building cities. And I just realized it's actually on xCloud. So if you
Yes.
enjoyed the building simulator, you can get into that there. But however, am I correct to say that xCloud does not have mouse and keyboard support, so you'd have to use your controller?
Yeah, you're gonna have to use your controller for that.
Wow. That was the only game I actually felt comfortable using my mouse, because it was work to me, because I was like
Hmm.
building a city and stuff.
It felt like work, so you decide, yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And then we got into, oh, wait, it's Purple Haze. Hi, thanks for joining us. Hey, at Cherry Gaming, how are you? And then you're saying something about City Skylines. Let me get to it. You might be able to take your City Skylines with you to PC. Oh, yeah, I should try
Yeah,
that.
you can take the
Oh, but I'd
save.
have to download it on PC. Is it on GFN though? I should do a quick
Good
GFN
question.
search,
It could be possible if it's on
because that would
Steam.
look probably insanely stunning on a 4090
Yeah, it will.
city.
It will look amazing.
City or 4080, sorry, that they're giving. Oh, it is. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
purple. Oh, purple. purple, you just saved Hannahville, if it's possible. All right. And Espresso Land and all of the Espresso and Hannah themed cities. I am definitely going to look into that. Make sure. So, if there's games that you really loved, and that's what I guess what I'm learning looking through the library, you should see if you could save them. Because that's
Yes.
one I didn't think I'd want to save, and now I'm going to.
So if you go ahead and go on to Google Takeout, you can withdraw everything from Stadia. Google Takeout's not only for Stadia. There's like a lot of stuff, anything related with like Google, so you can extract all the information. It comes out as a zip file, and then from there you're gonna have to put it onto so if you get the game on Steam, download the game, install it on your computer, then run it once, and then it's going to create like the save folder, and that's where you can put your save file into it. Reopen, make sure it's working. If it's working, great. Then the Steam Cloud save is going to do its thing. So like this, when you go on GFN, it's going to be able to access those save file. So
We
there's
should
like a
make a
little
video or
process
something. I
about
don't
that.
even know.
Yeah, I'll have to look into it because
You can make a video explaining it to me.
yeah, I just for you. So
But yeah,
yeah,
I'll look into that and we'll get it going. And yeah, so Google Takeout, save the games you love. Simply Boned Gaming, thanks for stopping by. I thought nice duh, chop and the fire. So that's what we're going with SPG. All right. Say what up to Sierra and Buckley. Poochie Poochie. All right, now let's get into our next topic, shall we? Is there any
yes,
more games I've been playing? Just Elden Ring. Nobody wants to hear about that,
yeah.
though.
I think yeah, well, Elden Ring. I think they came out with new DLC or something like that recently.
The Coliseum. So
Was
it's
it?
just a PvP
Oh, okay.
area. So now you no longer can just like spawn in the middle of somebody's quest. Basically, there's
That's
a
good.
designated PvP area.
Hmm.
So that's recent. Like I've been saying, and I hope you get into Elden Ring. We were trying to get the Steam share going.
Yeah,
So
I see.
yeah.
And the Xbox share should come up eventually. That would be a good thing. Uh,
Aw. In bed, you literally called our dog by saying that. Well, I'm sure he's welcome, and welcome Buckley to the podcast.
That's funny. But yeah, other than that, yes, Rod, we play that. Like what a game! Other game. I've been playing a lot of Raid Shadow Legend on my phone too. That's
Yeah.
been a little bit addicting in middle of all time, and just because you can play on your phone and on your PC. So I've been doing both. Quite a lot of fun. Yes, in Bliss, I'm gonna have to play some Elden Ring. So as soon as I get it, I'll be playing. I'll let you know.
Yeah, there'll be all the updates. We want play-by-plays. Actually, I want a full stream walkthrough. Or, no, what do they call it when they just play it? I think it's like a
Let's
first
play.
Let's
Let's
Play.
play,
There
yeah.
you go. I want a full Let's Play of Nads and Elden Ring.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Let's move on to some Destiny 2 news, if you
Destiny
would
2
like.
news.
So what
Destiny
we
2
have going
news.
on with this, so we had the first swap of the year last Thursday. That was a lot of quite interesting thing coming up. A lot of change coming to Lightfall. A change that's actually on right now. So a few things change with the Grandmaster Lightfall, which is gonna be coming in next reset. So January 17. Rudigs, you're gonna be able to do some GM now because they lowered the cap to go inside GM.
No, what
You
is
just
it?
yeah, they reduced it to 1580, so the soft cap. So like
Wait,
if you have your artifact at least like 10 level, you're good.
I'm 90.
Yeah, there we go. So you can do it now. So there's
Let's
not as much grind. So
go,
like that
GMs.
brought me the idea that they're going towards removing light level and stuff like that. I think they try to reach out more for the casual player than all the grind people, right? So,
Yeah.
good thing. So we're gonna have the Grandmaster Lightfall. After that, January 31st, we got next Iron Banner, the last Iron Banner of the season, and the season finally a week season 19 is going to be on February 21st until the February 28th. February 28th, that's when we got Lightfall dropping. So stay tuned. We're going to have a lot of exciting story to make the connection with Lightfall and see what happened exactly. So that's what we have going on. Other than that, Zur is at the tower. If you're interested to go check him out, he sells some gear, interesting gear. I think the best gear I've seen was for the Hunter, a piece of arm that has 28 mobility, and also there's like another arm piece. I think it's an arm piece for the Warlock that has something like 20, 30 freaking, what was that? Very high strength. No, very high strength, but a total of 68. So that's quite interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
But I feel like every time that's so high, they don't. Anyway,
Where is this coming from?
I don't know. I feel like it's very random lately. So also, if you haven't yet, collect your loot from Prime Gaming for Destiny 2. There's some loot you can get: a sparrow, a ghost, and a ship. And we have 44 days left for the season, so make sure you prepare for Lightfall if you're not sure what to do in Destiny 2. Some of the thing I'm going to look for is doing the Moment of Triumph. You got until the end of the season to do that. A few activity with friends there. There's still the exotic weapon revision 0 to complete like all the activity to unlock all its capability. Quite interesting one. If you're interested, you can do bounty ordering just to prepare for next season. That's always a big thing. And yes, we need to do those quests to finish that revision 0 and get everything. But that's all we have. So like keep in mind when Lightfall comes, we're gonna lose all the previous seasons. So if you have any activity you like to do and like finish some triumph from
What do you mean
other
lose
season?
all the previous?
Yeah,
like lose this season. Yeah, all the previous
all the
season in
past
this year.
year's season. Yeah, it's gonna be gone. So all the activity. So that's they stopped doing the vaulting, but that's technically vaulting, right? Because well, we saw it with the season of the Seraph with the bringing back bunkers, and they like reuse a lot of those areas. So that's quite interesting. If you like to hear more about Destiny 2, check out the Ark and I did like this podcast. I'm probably gonna post it on the chat, but yeah, it was like a nice podcast for about an hour. We talk about Destiny, talk about a bit everything. It's quite interesting, and I'll put it on the chat. You guys can have a look. And that's pretty much it for Destiny.
Awesome. Let's pop into the news. Rudigs here at the Cloud&Console news desk. All right, let's get into it. Well, we got some news coming out of GFN, and we have a special video for everybody, and that is courtesy of N7.
Yes.
So let's get into this awesomeness, and don't forget to check out N7_Specters, and thanks for making this for us. So without further ado, let's head to our newsroom over there.
Thank you, Cloud&Console. Happy Sunday to you and everyone in chat. I'm N7 Specters, and once again, I'm back to talk about GeForce Now and what games are released this week. Before we begin, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to get notified on next week's episode goes live. Before we dive into the games, I want to follow up on last week's podcast in which I mentioned that Portal with RTX was released on GFN. For some of you, you may have noticed that it went offline and is currently holding in that status of offline. We don't have any information on when it will come back online, but make sure to keep it locked to Cloud&Console to get notified when it becomes available. We have 7 games released this week, so let's dive into the first one, Dakar Desert Rally. Dakar Desert Rally has you take on 30 stages of off-road racing based on the real Dakar rallies of 2020, 2021, and 2023. As you travel across the lands of Saudi Arabia, experience the 4 seasons of weather in a full day and night cycles as you battle the elements to be first to cross the finish line over mountainous terrain or muddy roads. Ever wanted to experience nature while waiting for the best buck to walk in your area? You can experience that and more in The Way of the Hunter, which has you explore the vast landscapes of the USA and Europe. Play the riveting single-player story of a family struggling with the hunting business, or just enjoy free roaming around the land. Don on your armor as a former Crusader Knight. He is called back to action by events that happened 15 years prior. A top-down tactical army simulator, take control of your military units as you give orders to specific locations on the battlefield, or either flank or take on the enemies head-on, and utilize your companion's unique abilities to get an edge over the battlefield. The cult classic Destroy All Humans 1 as well as 2 have come to GFN. Play as Crypto 137, who's been given a task to gather DNA and bring down the US government. Use your arsenal of weapons as well as your psychic ability to eliminate those who get in your way, and if you need more firepower, call in your ship to deal more damage from above. Another racing game added to GFN this week is MX vs ATV Legends, as you take on the career mode to gain fame every race you win, or test your skills against 15 other players in 16-player lobbies. Try out the new Trials mode, a new addition to the game, as well as being able to customize your vehicle for the next race. Last game is Tom Clancy's Division 2, which came to Steam this week. At the current time, the Steam version of Division 2 isn't available on GFN, but just like the Portal RTX announcement, stay tuned to Cloud&Console for any updates. In Division 2, you're a reactivated agent tasked to take back Washington, D.C. after a pandemic that hit in Division 1 in New York City. And that's all the games out this week. I'm in 7 Specters in Cloud&Console. Back to you.
Awesome.
Thank you, N7. Oh man, what an update!
Yeah.
Awesome of him to do that. Thank you for reporting from the spaceship that you're flying in and cloud gaming in on the GFN, and beaming that to the Cloud&Console news desk. So yeah, just lots of fun we have out here. And if you don't know, yeah, he's in the chat. So go over, click his name if you haven't, and 7_Specters. So check him out.
So some nice game. I know which game you're not gonna play, the hunting game, right?
No, yeah, I'm against virtual animal hunting. So I don't know. I just as I get older, it's just harder for me to even shoot. Even in Red Dead Redemption, I never liked doing the hunting missions. Like I just did enough to get me through the story, and I never did any of the extra hunting because that's just, I don't know, it's not my thing.
That's funny. And for those that are a bit confused, Division 2 has been available on GFN, but via Ubisoft, not via Steam. So that's what they release via Steam. Yes. So that's a big difference. For me, I think I had it via Ubisoft, so that's why I carried it over. Yeah. But good.
Yeah, awesome. So our story, is there anything specifically you wanted to go more into the blog about, or are we good to, yeah?
No, the big thing is that RTX 4080 is slowly releasing, so we'll have more info as soon as we get it. I think there's a few places that's starting having it, but not us for now. Canada is gonna be late on that, but yes, it's there with full ray tracing and DLSS 3. So the thing with DLSS 3 that people are unsure about is that it's gonna make the gameplay experience even better for us on cloud gaming. So it's gonna make it smoother, reduce the latency, so it's gonna be even better for competition. So quite good to have. Pretty excited about it, and we got some great game again. So always coming in. I think they're up to 1,500 game now on GFN, so good stuff. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and awesome. So let's get into the other topics. And Mr. 1030 Media Group, thanks for stopping in. Always appreciate your retweets and your likes on Twitter. And yeah, awesome stuff. Let's jump into GeForce Now begins using AV1 codecs and promises vastly lower latency with reflex tech. So Nads, I was hoping to bring this up to you earlier because I was thinking I would lean more on you for this article as the
Yes.
words already are overcoming me.
So AV1, I think it's a technology developed by AMD. Funny enough, but NVIDIA. I mean, it's just like it's a formatting of video. How they can stream it. It's just make it smaller, compress it better, but still maintain the high quality at the end, right? So that's
Exactly.
the idea of it. I know Google was working into having that with Google Stadia. They currently use that for YouTube videos. So when you watch a YouTube video, it's using AV1, even if you on 1080p or 4K. So it has that capability to compress to make it so small, so the amount of data required to watch a video is lower. That's what it is. And basically, having GeForce Now using AV1, it's gonna make the data like even smaller. So what it does at the end of the day is that it's going to reduce the bandwidth, and you might have a better latency if your internet is not that great. You're not going to require as much of bandwidth for downloading or like having the stream flowing basically. So it's going to make easier for the gameplay, make it easier for everything else. It's not going to be putting as much strain into your internet at home. So it's pretty nice to see. The other thing is that AV1 is also available on OBS. If you don't know that, it came out in the last update. So if you're using OBS with streaming, it does now have AV1 support. So having that being said, if you have a NVIDIA graphic cards on your computer, you'll be able to use that also. So
Cool.
a lot of cool stuff. The technology there, it's like amazing. So at the end of the day with this, what's gonna happen is that if you play on your phone via data on 5G or even LTE or 4G, it's gonna play still better. You're not gonna require as much data to play, which is great. So
yeah. The last thing I want to touch on GeForce Now, I wasn't able to add it to the show notes, but it's coming from my memory. And this news article I saw was we have a price now for the 4080 laptops. Or sorry, the RTX 4090 and RTX 4080 laptops. So those are the mobile versions of the graphic cards. Obviously, they're not putting the full big honking things that you see in the computers. So you have to be aware that these are not those devices, but they do have the architecture of the 4000 series, meaning you get that DLS, you get that RTX. So a lot of cool things there. And with the 4070 Ti, I believe they were greatly able to reduce a lot of power. But these are the laptops. And we're seeing them at $2,000. So you can expect them on February 8th if you're looking and shopping for those bad boys.
That's pretty soon. They released those at CES. They displayed them, so that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, they kind of delivered on exactly what they said they were going to do.
It's crazy. They took probably a graphic card that big and were able to spread it onto a flat freaking computer and just make it all like powerful. So that should be awesome. $2,000, that's USD, right? So it might be
it's a little expensive, Mondo.
3,000 Canadian, maybe.
A little bit on the pricey side.
Yes, but they're a good computer. The fact that NVIDIA is producing computer, is it like coming from NVIDIA or it's made by someone else, but they have their graphic card in it? Do you know?
Now you're asking additional questions.
Okay.
I already closed the tab, but that's a good question and something to ponder on. and we will definitely get into that later. But from what we saw, yeah, it was hard to say which sort of because I'm sure they may have partnered with sort of like a CPU. Maybe you can do that look up in the background, and we'll get back to you later.
Yeah, I think usually CPU they will go for Intel because
Yeah,
AMD is their big competitor,
you're right.
and the rest will be, I don't know,
Well,
HD.
there's
So
some good
HD is
news coming out of Google for the Stadia controller. Do
good.
you have yours?
Yes, I have it right here.
I
It's in
have
the
mine
background.
back
My
here.
premium edition still working perfectly. Had a rough go. Like I think the bird kind of
Uh-oh.
good control, but it's still my best controller. It still works like so great, and it's been the controller I used since the beginning. It has some wear and tear, but that's okay. You know the texture that there's on the joystick. Well, mine doesn't have that anymore. It's just like very, very what do you call that? Not slippery, but very slick. Oh yeah, the camera is off.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. So yeah, the controller has some time, but it's still fine. I didn't use it for quite some time, right? I put it there,
Yeah.
and I was like the other day when we play Hot Wheel, I picked it up to play
Oh,
it,
wow.
and I was like, oh, the battery's probably gonna be dead. I'm gonna have to plug it. No, it was full. I'm like, I
Oh,
don't know
wow.
how long it's been sitting there. I haven't used it, and the battery was full. I was like, oh my god, the battery on those were freaking amazing.
That's
Like,
pretty neat.
yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead with the news because I'm happy with that because I'll be able to play other game with it.
So, yeah, those of you who are fans and you're not yet aware, Stadia to unlock Bluetooth capabilities of the Stadia controller next week. Give us one. And in addition, they gave us one last game. So we see a tweet from Stadia. It opens up over pizza, somewhat eaten, with a wing, somewhat eaten,
Oh yeah.
with a drink, somewhat drinking. But it's good news. That means there's going to be not a lot of waste. People are going to be able to use the Stadia controller wirelessly. It's all fantastic news. And yeah, they're going to come out with the idea is they're going to come out with some sort of app. You plug your controller into this app, it's going to update it. And then from there, you're going to be able to Bluetooth your controller. Am I correct in saying that?
That's possible. It's just sending an update so like you can like just turn it on and maybe use the Stadia button to like turn on the Bluetooth and it's gonna be blinking and then like you just pair it and it's gonna be connecting.
Yeah.
So that's a good news because then I can use the controller to play on my TV with Google TV with Chromecast because you can connect a Bluetooth controller to it. So yeah, that's amazing.
Cool. Moving on, we have the final Stadia game. In addition to the Stadia team leaving, they gave us one final game to play, and it is the Worm game. So I want to read, play the game that came to Stadia before Stadia came to the world. Worm Game is a humble title we used to test many of Stadia's features, starting well before our 2019 public launch, right through 2022. You can find the games live on Stadia now. We think both of these actions are a nice touch from Google and the Stadia team. So I want to say one thing about this very lovely and nice gesture from Stadia. This is the very first cloud native game.
Technically, yeah. If they
Yeah.
use it to test out the game, that's
Th-
definitely it.
This game was built in the cloud for the cloud. We have access to it. This is the first cloud native game.
That's awesome.
Is that not a true fact?
It is. It is a true fact. That's awesome. The
Yeah.
first native cloud game. It's gonna go away with Stadia.
With
Sadly.
Stadia, we only get a glimpse of it, but yeah, I think that's pretty neat. And it's nice. I mean, I've played a little bit of it. You sent me a high score of your thing, where
Yeah,
you
I
were in
guess
the 400s.
if I can share my screen, I'll show you what I have here.
Let me. There you
So
go.
this is like at some point I took a screenshot. It was getting long, and then this is the end result. That was when was that? Because my score was 100,000.
Yeah, I can't remember my score, but I
14,000.
didn't survive that long. But I got up in the top 30s.
Oh wow, that's good. 30
So
like
I'm
thousand?
no top 30s as in rank.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
I,
just
I don't
made
think
it
I
there.
played
I
that
was like,
long.
oh my god. Yeah, like, and some people might have went way higher. That was just me, like what I achieved. I was like pretty happy about that. I just play it once and like, oh, geez, I could go for a long time. But
I
I was
must have played
running
it
out
right
of
away.
space. I was like doing the zigzag like this, and then keep going and then going to the bottom and doing this. I kept doing this. I was
Oh
like, oh
wow.
my god, I kept running out of space. So yeah, it was pretty fun though. Interesting to add that.
Oh well, you gave it its send off.
Hmm. It's
Uh,
it kind of showed that like you know the fact they turning on the Bluetooth and adding this little game, it kind of showed like the people that was working at Stadia really wanted this to work, and it's kind of sad, but it's going away. A couple more days and it's gone.
yeah, I'm sure it wasn't, the team at Stadia who was wanting to shut it down. I mean, these were the pioneers of a cloud gaming console in your browser.
Exactly.
So I give them kudos for all the experiences I had, and
Hmm.
we'll be celebrating Stadia this week in a bunch of different streams. Nads and I are going to be playing some Baldur's Gate on Tuesday, so be sure to catch that.
Hmm.
I'll be playing on the very last day until the very end. I'm preparing myself for a 3 a.m. stream until the last seconds. I'm going to be at the thing like zombified, so make sure to play until the end. Play
Yeah.
until the end. But yeah, lots of stuff happening. But what's cool is as one goes down, another goes up, and I will give a little handshake and high five to people who have done well from themselves. And Boosteroid has surpassed 3 million active users. Now, that's good to see because Stadia never told anybody how many people they ever had on their platform.
Yeah, I wonder how many they had total.
I mean, the closest we can see is the Destiny 2 numbers, right?
Mhm.
And there was just under 900,000 new Destiny 2 accounts created. And that includes me.
And that includes me too. And probably some people play it but didn't kept playing it, or they play like for a little bit, but it's just giving you an idea that how many people was there, right?
They adopted it on like the first couple days because they gave everybody that game. But it's like how many people had that game on Steam and just like transferred their player over. So it's hard to know the
Yeah,
exact number per se.
that's just it. And then like how many game what they came out, I think at the beginning it was like that fighting game Shogun or something like that. And then you had Destiny 2, right? That was the two first game that came out on Stadia, right? So,
And then we
uh,
got like a farming
yeah,
simulator. But it did launch with like a couple titles because you had Red Dead, you had
yeah,
Assassin's
you had
Creed.
to pay for those, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you had to
But like
pay
with
for
a
those.
pro title at the time.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, in the beginning, you only got like 2 games, and then they cranked it up to like a lot of games. I think that's where maybe they were like, oh, this is not working. We can't do
Yeah.
the 2 game model anymore.
Exactly. They needed like more. They should have come out with a lot more game at the start. You see that a lot with console. When they came out with console, they come out with a lot of game. If they don't come out with a lot of game, not a lot of people buying those console. They're like, well, there's not a lot of game coming with it. I can still play all those game on my other console or the other one, right? So at the end of the day, it's like a battle within the market, right?
they needed to, one, not give up, two, not close SG&E.
Yeah.
Because you win any type of battle in the console wars or get your place by, one, creating exclusives, and two, like, not giving up and not closing.
Yeah. Definitely exclusivity. You can see that with PlayStation and Xbox. They've been doing that for quite some time. Same with Nintendo, right? How many people go back to Nintendo just to play a specific game? Look at myself. I haven't touched the Switch for so long, but I'll be playing a lot of it when the next Zelda come out. So,
Exactly. And Halo defined Xbox when it launched, and PlayStation was defined back in the days by Final Fantasy.
yes.
So Crash Bandicoot and Lara Croft, all of these titles were the software that made PlayStation a thing. And like, to not go back on history and see that exclusives are what locks you into the console wars and makes you relevant is beyond me. Like, why didn't they do that? They had relationships with Ubisoft. They created an island. They had relationships with From Software
Mm-hmm.
when they brought in Sekiro. Why didn't they create a private island like they did on Immortal Phoenix Rising for Elden Ring for a tutorial? And they were like, Stadia users get access to it only. People would have been like, what? Oh my
Yeah.
god, I need Stadia. Like, if they did those things and just kept on it and made exclusives and created more cloud native game. Oh, that's, anyways, we're gonna rant about what could have, would have, should have.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is now, but sadly, yeah, it's shutting down.
I'll hope to see that one day out of a Purple Shades video.
Yeah.
You should see she's releasing a new series of rant videos. Been meaning to check out their Purple Shade videos. So they passed on a Kojima game. Yeah, they passed on they were gonna bring out the Squanchy game. They were just starting to learn, Sanchez, that exclusives mattered by bringing out High on Life. If High on Life was supposed to be exclusive to Google Stadia, they would have been getting back on track to, let's have exclusives. Let's lock in these developers. Let's be a real console with great software, cloudware, and be different. But anyways,
Yeah.
I'm gonna. You're causing another rant, Sanchez. A rant of anger. And here's another lost cause, Ubisoft. What are you doing? You're canceling 3 unannounced projects? Nobody knew about the unannounced projects. Why did you tell people? It's just, you could have not told anyone and no one would have said anything. It frustrates me.
And Skull and Bone is getting delayed again. So yeah, I think the issue with Ubisoft, like if you look at the amount of game they have, the amount of studio they have to specific game, they're a little bit all over the place, right? And they seems to recreate a lot of the same game, just a different story, different platform, different direction. But I feel like every time you play a Ubisoft game, you know it's a Ubisoft game just by the way it's made. And I think that's the issue. Instead of concentrating into all those games, why they don't concentrate into one specific game, right? Or, just release one at a time. Take it easy a little bit, right? So they have some live service out there, like Division 2, and they've been like very good at it. Far Cry, they release a Far Cry pretty much every year, so pretty crazy. And they have way more out there. Like, I know they're following a lot of Tom Clancy, like book for like making their game. They have that extra like relationship, I guess. So yeah, they just need to concentrate and start like looking at specific game, because like I think the issue with game development is that you can spend so many years developing a game that until when it's out in the market, if you don't make the money back that you spent in the last 3-4 years of making the game, it's not worth it, right? So that's how studio gets shut down, right?
Yeah.
So they need to like slow down and just look at what's popular out there and just go for it.
Yeah, they also have like 46 studios across the world. I mean, I think they just need to also just stop making cookie cutter games. It just seems like
Yeah.
every Assassin's Creed is in the same Assassin's Creed with a new skin. So I'm just it's just hard to get into those worlds again. I'd rather see more breaking the mold, doing something different. I don't know. I don't know. If I had the answer, they'd probably have somebody else thinking of the answer.
Oh
So
yeah,
at the Ubisoft. So it's not like
definitely.
I'm here to solve their problems, but
Uh,
uh,
that's
it
their
is what it
job.
is.
That's their job.
Uh, for instance, Skull and Bones.
Yeah.
Here's how you solve it. Give me Red Dead Redemption, but with pirates. No, don't give me some boat shooting. I'm a boat. Boat McBoat shoots at other boats.
Well, you know
Yeah,
where that game came from? Assassin's Creed Black Flag. People love like
yeah.
the boat fighting, so that's why they came out with this game. They kind of branched it off, and it's just like, okay, when Assassin's Creed Black Flag came out, that was maybe popular, but
It
now
was
they
2013.
yeah, they're making competition with what's the game on
Sea of
Sea
Thieves.
of Thieves, and there's like other kind out there. Like
Eh,
it's like a little bit late in the game now. Like you had
It's
that
ridiculous.
chance with Assassin's Creed, you created that movement type of thing. Feel like it's a flow, right? Certain game come out and like other like publisher like create those game and they're all like everybody get into it. Look at if you look at the battleground, the type of like one players versus all type of game. Where you had like PUBG, Fortnite, and stuff like that. They all like tag along and went with this because it was popular. Eventually, you need to move on to something else, and I think with this game they waited too long to come out. So by the time they come out, it's probably gonna looking amazing as a game, but not as many people is gonna be joining it.
I hear you.
Mhm.
Well, we'll see what Ubisoft does. For me, I think it's going to be sort of a downsize and a revamp of their subscription service, but who knows? We'll see. They have a lot of success with a lot of their games. I mean, Valhalla was huge selling.
Mhm.
So I think they just need to shake it up a little bit, and they'll be able to do it, and we'll see Ubisoft prosper.
Mhm.
Um, yeah,
Exactly.
that's my best prediction, but just know that they canceled 3 unannounced projects, and Skull and Bones is delayed for the number 6 time, I believe, for
That's crazy.
April. Now that we're hearing, but yeah,
Yeah,
are you
exactly.
excited to play Skull and Bones?
I don't know. I think it's an interesting game. I sign up for the beta if they have it live or something like that. I wouldn't mind trying it, having a look at it. Uh, it looks interesting. I don't know if it's gonna be a game I'll get like so much involved into it. Maybe I'll try it a few times. It's gonna be that kind of game where you go with friends and just have some fun and that's it. So yeah, we'll see. Are you excited for it?
I am not. No.
Okay.
No. There's very little of me that wants to be driving around a boat everywhere. I would be excited for it if it was Red Dead Redemption but with boats.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's gonna be like that, but we'll have to see. We'll see when
But
it comes
how
out.
is that not within the grasp of Ubisoft? Like, just make me a pirate, give me a boat companionship that I drive around, interact multiplayer, give me sword fighting, give me that mechanic like you see in Assassin's Creed. Like, I just feel like it's very doable, and what they gave me is so underwhelming for a game they spent years making.
Yeah,
Years
exactly.
making. You know, Destiny 2 launched when that game was supposed to launch.
Exactly.
Like, this game's been forever.
It's been evolving since then.
What is Mr. 1030 saying? That would hold us over until Avatar and Star Wars. See,
Yeah.
Avatar, I feel like is going to be something new and different. So I really look forward to that.
Are they gonna be like delaying it and delaying it the same way though? Like,
No, I don't think so.
well,
I think
the
they
look
may
of
be
it.
tied to certain contracts, and they must know they can't F that up.
Well, if they tie to a contract to release it to a specific date, and if the developer is not on time, they're not ready for the game, and it release with like a lot of bugs and a lot of patches needed. Look at Cyberpunk; it took like another year before it became stable. So we'll see, I guess. Right? We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, they just need to give people what they want. A new Splinter Cell. A new Splinter Cell would be awesome.
Yeah.
Customize your own agent. Go on missions. It's like, ops. Go with ops with your friends. It's kind of like an open, oh my gosh, like a hub type of thing, and you go in different ops, and there's a multiplayer aspect too, and a PvP. It would just be too cool. But yeah, there's a lot of good things coming out of Ubisoft we need to see.
Yeah, definitely. Can't wait to see. I know, like 1030 mentioned, what's Beyond Good and Evil too.
I've
I
never
think
heard of that one.
they announced it like, oh my god, when was that? I feel like it's 10 years ago they announced it. They show like a video of like how it's gonna be turning out, and they never like never mention it again ever again. It's like they forgot about it. It's like, oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a popular game when the first Beyond Evil, Good and Evil came out was very good. It's like a space. It's hard to explain. It's like a different type of future, different type of activity. Like you'll have to look at the video. Pretty interesting game. I think it will be a game you'll get into. But like the second one, they've been talking about it for so long, and they kind of like shush about it, and now everybody forgot. So it's like because it's been so long, it's gonna be the same thing with Skull and Bones. They're gonna forget about it, never gonna release it. Oh.
I think Ubisoft is in France, plus, if I'm not mistaken.
They're a bit all over the place. So
Yeah, but I think they
France,
were founded
it's
in
a
France, right?
Yeah, it's a French company. Ubisoft, it's all across Canada, across the States, also
Yeah.
across the world, pretty much. So they have like their studio across the place. I know there's one in Montreal and one in Toronto. So,
Well, let's keep this news train moving as we get that clock ticking and talking. Xbox, we are starting to see the family plan move out in Ireland and Colombia for an extra $5 to $10 a month. So could we see it in the US and Canada soon? You be the judge of that.
what the hell is happening? It's releasing it everywhere else but here.
Yeah, that's
That
what
is
you
so
say.
weird.
Well, I guess maybe they're testing it out.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Why is this taking time to load? Okay, there we go. We got it loaded. We have some awesome games coming to xCloud that you're going to want to be a part of and be playing. Actually, I am actually taking personal interest. I've never tried a Monster Hunter. Everyone talks about that, so I'd be down to try it.
I try it. It's not really the kind of it could be interesting. I think I know I tried it and I didn't really get into it, but it could be interesting. I know it's very popular in Korea, I think, in Japan. But yeah, I know
so
it
we got
was
Monster
it was
Hunter
a
Rise.
Nintendo exclusive, and I think now they're releasing on all the platforms. So
Yeah, it's co-op. Everyone loves co-op.
yeah.
But yeah, so that's coming on, and Persona. People are fans of the Persona series, which I believe got its start on PlayStation, is now here on the xCloud.
I play at a Persona 3, I think. On the...
Ooh, what did you think of Persona 3? What's one game you can compare it to?
It's like a RPG.
Like a turn-based?
No, not a turn-based. More action, but like again, I think every Persona version are different.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, it's a quite interesting one.
We have a thing that is not the link that I was thinking it was. The rumor, I'll just go over it, is PlayStation is going to be releasing a cloud. Here, I'm going to go over this image first. So we got
Okay, there.
some games entering the PlayStation Cloud, and we have Life is Strange, Back for Blood, which is a pretty big one. Devil May Cry 5. Oh, that may be one I want to check out.
Yes.
Wild Hearts. That looks like some sort of cool samurai looking game.
Yeah.
Jet and Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Interesting how Dragon Ball Z Life is Strange coming days after Stadia closes.
Yeah. Well, it's coming to PlayStation Plus, so that's pretty cool. They're developing more of their database, their like libraries. So there you go. I think Devil May Cry 5. It's not as good as the fourth one, I want to say. I think I remember hearing about it, or like it has to do with like it's getting too far in the series, but it's a very good game overall. Like the gameplay, it's like very fun. So
Nice. Well, PlayStation is looking at adding certain features to their cloud gaming in addition to allowing you to stream PlayStation 5 games. So look forward to that update coming to the PlayStation 5 very soon. So that'll be a awesome option. I wonder if they will increase the fidelity there. And we'll get higher than, I believe what they're giving us is 1080 right now.
Okay.
And here is some future projects coming out of. Oh, I wanted to see that picture bigger. Coming out of PlayStation that I wanted to jump into. So, as you know, PlayStation, I feel like as I'm learning, like software is really like what drives, the experiences because people love experiencing games. It's not necessarily the platform that it's on. It's the
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 engine
software.
running. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we're seeing a lot of projects come into PlayStation. Insomniac Games, which everyone has heard of, they are coming out with Spider-Man 2, as well as a Wolverine game, and a third multiplayer project. Naughty Dog, which is obviously another big one, is coming out with a brand new standalone multiplayer game, as well as a second project, which is a AAA narrative and storytelling game, and a third unannounced project. So those are 3 games coming from Naughty Dog. Haven Studio is coming out with a AAA multiplayer brand new IP for PlayStation. There is a lot of awesome things. Current project from Visual Arts Studios is an unannounced AAA project and a teamwork with Naughty Dog. So that game is going to be pretty cool. Valkyrie is making a strategy title. So that's an interesting mix up to the genre. These are all games that are coming towards the PlayStation on that list that I was just sharing there. We have, I'll go over maybe 2 of these. Santa Monica Studios, the people behind God of War Ragnarok, they are creating an unannounced new AAA IP.
Ooh, a new IP. Okay.
Yeah, so get ready for them to knock everybody's socks off. And they have an additional project which is unannounced. And the last one I'll go over is the people behind Horizon Forbidden West, the Guerrilla Software people. They are making a unannounced Horizon multiplayer game.
Oh,
They
okay.
are making a second Horizon title, so Horizon 3, and they are making a third external project. So I'm not exactly sure what that is, but I think a lot of really exciting thing. And that was, I read off basically half the projects that you could look forward to.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff coming on PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Mhm.
Yeah. As Bliss was mentioning, and I'm moving down the show notes, we have more Discord stuff coming up. We had quotes from the people at PlayStation saying that they are bringing updates on the 8th. Oh, here it is. Jim Ryan from PlayStation. He is a person with 2 first names, and you know how reliable those people are. We have, oh, that is not the tab. This is the tab. Share this tab instead. There we go. Here we have Jim Ryan, president and CEO of Sony, announced the integration of Discord onto PlayStation and said, "Together, our teams are already hard at work connecting Discord with your social and gaming experience on the PlayStation Network. Our goal is to bring Discord and PlayStation experiences closer on the console and mobile starting next year, allowing friends, groups, and communities to hang out, have fun, and communicate more easily while gaming together."
Nice.
So, blah, blah, blah. Basically, it looks like we'll get all the good stuff. I
Yeah, that's
assume
amazing.
streaming and chat.
Maybe. At least for sure, chat. I think the idea of having Discord is like this. You can play game that's like crossplay and just jump on a chat like this. I know most of the game that they crossplay, they will have an in-game chat, but let's be real, the in-game chat is not always that great. So with
Yeah.
Discord, you can manipulate a little bit more of the sound and make it a little bit better. So that's good to hear.
Awesome. Blossom. All right, let's get to the next cycle on the news.
Yes.
On the news laydown. Have I missed anything in PlayStation, or can I leave the PlayStation?
No, it's pretty good. I think I was looking at.
Oh, this was the thing. The PlayStation stream. Okay, I talked about this. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Luna.
Yeah, go ahead.
For the American audience, you get a cloud gaming service that's only exclusive to you, so good for you. And bad for us, I guess. Your service is 3 more games have left Amazon Luna and 3 games slated to leave soon. So that's 3 plus 3 is 6. That's 6 games that's leaving.
They're leaving. There's none like coming in.
Yeah, it just says 6 games are leaving. So basically, it sucks to suck. And here are the games. You're losing Heiko Tennis World, 2 Point Hospital, Kine, Haven Ho, Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom. Oh, I actually beat that game all on Stadia. That was a fun game. And Kine, that was also on Stadia.
Yeah, I remember that.
It doesn't really mention. These are a list of games that have left. Oh my goodness.
So is that gonna be something like Amazon's gonna shut it down? Like
I don't know.
Game,
but like
because Amazon has a game studio and they shut down so many games that they were coming out with. The only good or popular game from Amazon that I know is still alive is New World, and even there it's struggling. So I don't know if they more game leaving. You guys just great, yeah. It's sad to say, but like I guess Luna is not as popular, even though they're like still in the beta. They should just kick it in. I don't know. We'll see what happens with them.
Yeah. Next we have some games from Epic. We have Divine Knockout that you can claim for free.
Yeah.
You have First Class Trouble, and you have Game Deck. So Game Deck is playable on GFN. It's kind of like Cyberpunk, but apparently with more twisted stories. I don't know. Ray was telling me about this game. He was telling me some weird stories about it. So check it out if you want to try something on GFN. You can claim it for free. And Epistory.
Yes.
It's coming soon, Nad. So I thought I'd give you the highlight on that. You should keep your eyes peeled.
Yes, I tried Epistory. There's 2 Epistory on Stadia. The first one and the second one. And basically it's a type of game that you have to type. You need a keyboard and just type words to kill ads and stuff like that. It's pretty fun. And it get you to practice your typing. So A fun game, interesting game, that's for sure.
Yeah, and the only Nintendo news that I can remember seeing, I forgot to post it, was that I believe the new editions of Pokemon, the purple and the scarlet one, Scarlet and Violet, they got an update. So it fixed a lot of bugs and patches and stuff. When was the last time you played some Pokemon, Nats?
Damn, I think the last Pokemon I played was when they came out with the first Pokemon on the Switch. That it was a remake of the Red and Blue. Do you remember? I have
Yeah,
that one, and I didn't play the
yeah.
Legend one
That's the
yet.
very first series.
Because I played the Red and Yellow when I was younger on the Game
Right,
Boy. And
right.
then when that one came out, I was like, I need to get that. And it was like the same map, but like it's just fun because you can like throw the ball with your Joy-Con, and there's different thing you can do. I finished it and I didn't touch it since, but apparently you can use your Pokemon that you collect on what's called Pokemon Go and transfer them in game and vice versa. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Wow.
that's pretty
So
much
that
the
was
last
a
time.
long time. Do you never played it on like the Nintendo 64 with all the 3D ones?
It was only a Pokemon Stadium that came out on the 64. I wasn't a big fan of this one. This one was just like there's no adventure piece of it, so I was like, eh. The other one that was on the Nintendo 64 was the Pokemon Snap, where you take picture of Pokemon.
Right. Yeah.
And that I think that one they came back with it on the Switch. I don't think it was that popular, but yeah. But
Yes,
yeah.
here was a big announcement. For you guys interested, they released after 26 years after release of the original Pokemon games, we now hit over 1,000 Pokemon. And so if you go to their Twitter page, there's a little video and it goes over
All of the 1,000
it
Pokemon.
goes over all of the 1,000, all of the different art styles. I
Huh.
won't be able to play it here, but really cool, and a real like epilogue of what you've gone through if you played the Pokemon over time. So that was some cool thing that they did for the Pokemon people, and a milestone. So there's some new characters out in Super Smash Brothers. We got Kayuza and Sephiroth.
Yeah.
These characters are from games of Final Fantasy and a fighting game I'm not too sure of. I think maybe Street Fighter
Yeah, that looks
or
like Street Fighter.
yeah,
Yeah, I think it's pretty funny how much Smash Brother have evolved and got bigger and bigger, and it's crazy how many games now are looking similar. Look at the game that's like available on Epic for free, the DKO Divine Knockout. It's
right.
actually a similar take to like Smash Brother. So yeah, pretty sweet. Uh,
Yes, Chariot Gaming Man. We went over the Stadia controller as well as the new game Worms and how it was a tribute from the team. Actually, did we? Yeah,
yeah,
did we? I
we did.
wanted to read that quickly.
Yeah, you did read it, the article.
And how it was a tribute from them
Yeah,
to us
yeah.
for the gamers. Okay. I saw Crow posted the credits, so if you do check it, make sure to check out the credits. There's a little special message to all the Stadia gamers. Um, there's a new Fire Emblem coming out, Fire Emblem Engage, in 7 days.
Ooh, okay.
Uh, or is that a sort of adds more layers to your strategy? So check it
Mm-hmm.
out. New Year's, what's on your list? Have you played these games? So lots of stuff always coming out from Nintendo. They like to center around their IPs. Splatoon 3 is now out, sold a ridiculous amount of copies. And then,
Mm-hmm.
as always, they're pumping the Super Smash Brothers movies. So that's my quick lowdown on Nintendo.
Yes.
But basically, we're just waiting for Zelda, and then we'll play Zelda, and
Yeah.
that's going to be the Nintendo news for us that is relevant.
Pretty much, as you can see on the shelf here.
And you know what I would like to play? The Zelda that came out for like the Wii and the GameCube, the Twilight Princess. I'd like them
Yeah,
to
Twilight
redo that
Princess.
on like the Switch or something. That would
I
be
thought
good.
they redid it. Oh no,
No,
they
they did
redid it
Skyward
for.
Sword.
Yeah, they redid it on the Wii U.
I don't have the Wii U.
Yeah, I have it. I think I had it on the Wii and the Wii U. I think Skyward. No. I remember playing a Twilight Princess, but so I remember it was on the GameCube on the Wii U. I played. I know I have a copy of the Wii U because I also have the Amiibo or something like that
The
goes with it.
Amiibo, yeah.
Actually, yeah, there it is.
Oh yeah.
It has difficulty to zoom, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna retransfer them. Maybe you can like go on the online store and play the emulator and play it there. But yeah, Twilight
Oh, mostly
Princess was
Martinez. Yes, I 100 P'd Skyward Sword
very
on
fun
the
game.
Nintendo Switch. It was awesome experience. I love. It was kind of like Ocarina of Time, but just like a different map because you had to drop in. But it was very similar to like that kind of gameplay and world.
Hmm. The idea was that so Skyward Sword was like the prologue to all the other Zeldas. It was like the beginning of the story, how
Yes.
everything started, and then basically giving the timeline a reason to be how it is. So yeah, if it's a pretty amazing game. If you play Twilight Princess, it has a dark side take to it. It's like a bit like yeah, it's a bit dark, but a very fun version of it. And I feel like every Zelda they come out, it's like interesting. And going back to Skyward Sword, looking at the Tear of the Kingdom, it looked like very alike, where we're gonna be in the air on those like floating island, and then fighting there. So, and dropping down back to the main world.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that is the news we have for this week. Let's get into some game clips. So
Yes.
what first of all, while I'm playing one of my game clips, you should get, I don't know if you took a screenshot, but I would like to show off this screenshot right here.
Victory. What's that from?
This is from Among Us, and this is me beating out everybody as the killer.
That's funny.
Yeah, so it was an awesome victory. I had to snap it. On Fridays, SPG has a big stream at like 12 o'clock, and we all got together and played some Among Us on stream. It was a real
That's
good time.
funny. That's awesome. I showed my picture earlier. It was basically the warm game.
Yeah, there you go.
But I got some video. I got like 3, but we can like just keep it short. Do you want me to show mine?
Go for it.
So I got the first one is Call of Duty, just like end of the game clip. Pretty funny. This guy was camping there the entire game and tried to kill everybody. Well, I found him. I went from behind, and you can hear my voice in the background. Let's play it. Not to, because it's like he was kind of sideways. Like the same guy was. Trying to do it. Oh, okay. There. I went to punch him. It's kind of weird because I recorded it, and
Yeah.
we were on Xbox voice chat, and I was talking with Sarah and her brother, and for some reason it was only picking up me, but Anyway, it was
That's
pretty funny. This guy was showing up all the time there. I went behind him. I was trying to do a finisher, but I was just able to punch him. So I was like, whatever. Finisher would have been more interesting. Other than that, I have two Destiny 2 video. One of them you recognize. It's like when we did King's Fall, and when we were doing the ogre, which I don't remember the name, and we one phase him, and I thunder crashed him at the end. That's what happened. That's as you can see, I thunder crash to just finish him, and then I think we finished him before, and I went through him, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess that's it. The other one, the next one is happened today doing Last Wish with N7 and his plan. So pretty funny moment. We were at Cali, we killed her, but we died at the same time. So this is what happened. Here we go.
Guardian down.
You saved my sister.
Yeah, as you can see, we killed her, but we all died because she did the white mechanic. So then we were all dead, and we're like, okay, we cannot res. What are we doing? So one person went back to orbit and came back and rejoined us, and then had to walk all the way from before the bridge all the way to us to res us. Well, it was quite funny. Like, yeah, it was like,
nice.
what the hell happened? But yeah.
Yeah.
It was a funny moment, and we finished it the normal way, so that was pretty fun to do. Yeah, Last Wish is mostly Martinez. Last Wish is one of the best raid I think in Destiny 2. One of the hardest I think. The final boss is a lot of coordination to do. I think like when we play earlier, we just went as it is, and some of the the activity we just like, oh yeah, we're just gonna figure it out because we have done it so many times. And I was trying to remember some of the name and stuff like that. I was like, oh my god, it's been so long I haven't done that raid. I need like to remind myself almost, right? So, but that was a lot of fun. What's your video you have there?
Well, we got two videos I have. Let me just, sorry, not play the wrong ones here. And then, so the first one we have is from my Stadia gameplay. So
Right.
this is the second time I faced Lady Butterfly. What I did here is beyond unexplainably talented and amazing and epic.
Oh my god. Shuriken. Heal up.
Yes! Yes! Who's the fucking champion right now, Bliss? Who's the fucking champion? Oh my god, second fucking try! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What? Oh my god. Second try Blitz on New Game Plus.
Not bad.
Oh.
I've got a lag. I like this.
Oh.
Not bad.
Not bad. That's what I get from my sensei right there. Not bad.
I remember you did that too the first time on Stadia. That was pretty good too. Like you block everything. It looks like to be a hard boss because like, there's like so many stuff being thrown at you, right? So
Oh, there's
pretty
a
amazing.
part of that fight where she just creates illusions. So she creates like 15 people. And then you have 15 people just running at you. And you're like, what? And then she's throwing stars at you. And you're like just running around in circles trying to survive until the illusions go away. And then it's back into a complicated sword dance with this lady who's a ninja flying in the sky. That fight the first time around must have taken me a lot longer than 2 tries. I
Oh
mean, the
yeah,
fact that
imagine.
it took me 2 tries was just.
On Game Plus too. That's
I thought I
awesome.
was just going to be there for a while. Yeah, New Game Plus, it's a lot harder too. They hit a lot harder, they're more aggressive. Just saying, I'm the champion of champions.
That's awesome.
And then my next one. So this has a bit of a backstory. So I have wanted to play Elden Ring again, but I wanted to do it with like this sword that I found very late game in my last playthrough.
Mhm.
And this sword is beyond rare. Like it has a um half of 1% chance of dropping if you have over 100 discovery. So this and it only drops from one certain ad type, and it's a golden long sword, and the advantage is it has crazy poise damage, which allows you to really like take down big bosses and stuff with like big strikes. So I farmed for about 2 days in the same area at the very beginning of the game. I went from level 10 to level 38 now, and I freaking finally.
Is that the sword, the novel
That popped right up. Like you can't. I was just like in when I picked it up and it showed up. I was like, yes! Oh, it finally showed up. I grabbed it, and now I am ready to start my playthrough at level 40. I am going to start my playthrough with my sword of choice.
Oh, jeez, that's funny. Oh, hopefully it was worth it. A lot of grinding.
Yeah. Did you see my character type? I went with the prisoner,
Oh, okay.
and he has this iron mask that's like
Oh, yeah, it's an Iron Mask. Okay, yeah.
face, like it's fastened to his face. You can change armor as you progress, as you pick up or defeat different bosses. But it's a weird look. But I liked his ability because he uses one-handed swords
Mhm.
and he uses magic.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So there's like an attack where I can like, or a spell where I like enchant my sword
Mhm.
with like magic, and I have a magic sword. Then I can two-hand it, and
Oh,
oh,
okay.
it's so
He's
good. Or I can stand back and I can like cast stuff. I can summon things, and
Mhm.
basically all that does the fighting for me.
Yeah, he's Spellblade basically. That's what he
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
Mm.
It's like what do you call that? There's like there's a name for it, but yeah, it's like a mix of warrior slash like magic or mage like type of person. So I guess you can start multiple one. I've still yet to try Elden Ring, but I'll definitely gonna try it, and I'll choose one of them and try it and see how it goes. Right? Yeah, awesome. That's
Cool
awesome.
stuff.
Yeah.
Well, without further ado, did you have anything that you wanted to talk about? Of course, everybody join the Discord. We are going to be doing a lot more organizing for our community nights. We want to be gaming with everybody in there. So be sure to check us out Tuesday, 9 p.m. ET Eastern Time. That is our community gaming night for Destiny 2. We're going to be gaming on GFN Ultimate Tier What's up, Lo-Fi?
Halo 5.
Thanks for dropping in. We're going to be gaming on the ultimate tier. We're going to be having some awesome fun there. Everybody jump in. We're going to be doing some GMs possibly. We're going to be doing some raids and some more stuff. Of course, we got the Stadia stuff happening. Our farewell send-off to Stadia. Make sure to check out CGTV. We're going to be starting at 5 p.m. I believe at Lo-Fi's channel. He just popped into the chat. So make sure to give him a shout out. Check that out. And then we got a big list of content creators going down the list. N7's going to be a part of it. We got Jeff Janak in that lineup. We got Nads and I. We're going to be gaming with SPG as well as Wilson. David, the Stadia champion. So a lot going on this weekend, as well as the final days of Stadia. Wednesday, 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time will be the final moment of Stadia. So make sure to get in as much gaming as you can on that before it goes. Nads, if there was one game for you to finish on Stadia before you left, what would it be?
Good question. I don't even know which game I haven't finished that like I started. There's just so many games there. I keep rethinking like all the games that I haven't had like a chance to try because there's like so many. But I know I wanted to finish Valhalla, but now I have it on GFN, so I can finish it on GFN. I can like take my time. But yeah, there's just so many games out there. I gotta miss like playing Destiny on Stadia, definitely. I think that was my go-to all the time. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I think Ark Survival, I was playing a lot on that and never like end up finishing. I saw the N7 is like killing a dragon this week on Ark Survival, so probably gonna look into joining if I can. So that should be interesting.
Pretty sweet. Yeah, be sure to check out N7. Again, thank you for all of your help with the segment. Lo-Fi, check out my AI eyes. Am I possessed?
Yeah, it's very weird.
Is it weird? Is it weird?
Because sometimes you're reading stuff and your eyes are like, look.
All right, guys. I want to thank everybody in chat for coming out, hanging out with us this week, watching us live. I want to thank Cloud Dosage for hitting us up with a lot of the news stories back here. We always rely on them to keep us up to date on all of the cloud gaming news. And then we want to thank everybody everywhere for doing something with gaming, because you make it possible for us to game. Coming soon will be an awesome closing line. Right there. All right. Without further ado, let's roll the credits. Nads, thank you for, as always, for being an awesome super co-host.
Hey, pleasure, and thank you for doing the podcast with me.
Peace out and enjoy the week.
Yes. Take care, all.
Do I even need to? I die with the season leaves. I glide with the season